The first thing that makes you lose respect with women on my list today is over apologizing. Now, my kings, this is something I believe I've hammered on time and time again. And the fact that I'm hammering on it just goes to tell you how important it is. Even generally as a human being, overly apologizing is going to make you lose respect with people. And don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that you don't apologize or you don't acknowledge when you're wrong, but it just means that you don't overdo it. I used to be someone who overly apologizes. In fact, it is just something I am working on because sometimes someone steps on me and I'll be the first to go sorry because I am in that awkward situation where I feel like I have to say something. So if the person is not saying sorry first, I say I am sorry. That is overly apologizing. That is me apologizing for something I did. Nothing wrong in a situation where I should be the one receiving the apology. And this is something that makes people lose respect for you because people are going to walk all over you and take advantage of you if they know that you're going to apologize for every little thing. If they know that you're going to apologize for your choices, if they know you're going to apologize for your preferences, if they know you're going to apologize for things you have no business apologizing for. And that is why women are going to lose respect for you. Because as time goes on, they're going to realize that, okay, you will be the one apologizing. So I am going to do whatever I want to do. And at the end of the day, you will still be the one to apologize. And when you are in love, this thing becomes more stronger because you are in love with this person, you cherish them. So if it means you apologize, and in fact, you feel like to avoid trouble, to avoid conflict, it's better you just apologize and end things. This is not the right way to go about things because that is going to make your woman feel like she can always get away with everything she does. Then by losing respect for you, then by doing things that would hurt you, disrespect you, and you will still end up being the one to apologize for it. So overly apologizing is definitely something that makes you lose respect with women. And if you're a king who has that, it's something you can work on. It's normal. Like I said, it's something I used to have, so you can work on it. Just pay attention to it if you notice that you overly apologize. Like your woman drops something and you go, I'm sorry. And we'll say, instead of overly apologizing, be empathetic about it. Let her know that, okay, I feel your pain, but it is not your fault. Don't apologize for things you didn't do wrong. Don't apologize for things that are not your fault. So if it is something you notice you have as a king, like I said, it's definitely something you should work on if you do not want to lose respect with women or with your woman. Another thing that makes you lose respect with women is being pitiful. Now, my kings, I am someone who advocates for men speaking up and, expressing their emotions. But if you are being pitiful, if you're always whining about situations and complaining and always waiting for someone to come and pity you and always telling stories and waiting for your woman to pity you, to look upon you with that pitiful eye and sharing your pity and sharing your emotions all the time, you are going to lose respect with not just women, but also with people in general. Nobody is going to take you seriously if you're always whining about situations as a king. Like I said, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't accept your emotions when you feel down, when you feel bad, or, something happens that hurts you, but do not whine about it and dwell in it for so long. Whenever you're that king who wants people to hear your side of the story, first it makes you a storyteller because you're always out there trying to tell people what you've endured or what you've had to go through, so that because you're looking for sympathy for these people, because you want them to sympathize with you and be like, oh, sorry, you had to go through all that. And before you know, you become a story maker. You're here, you're telling stories from here to there, to there, to there, because you always want people to sympathize with you. Like I said, this is not going to earn you respect from anybody at all, not to talk of women. So if you are a king who is always pitiful and you still go and find yourself with a manipulative woman, a woman who doesn't care about you, you are in deep trouble. Because Even if she had some kind of respect for you, she's going to completely lose it and you're going to suffer in that relationship. And that is why as a king, you should make sure you are not a pitiful king. Acknowledge your emotions when you feel them. If you feel hurt, if you feel bad, acknowledge them. But do not dwell on them. Do not whine about them for too long. Another thing that makes you lose respect with women is being a yes man. Now, my kings, when you are a man who says yes to everything your woman wants, who is ready to do everything and anything she wants, you are going to lose respect with that woman. It will take, I don't know, a very good woman and a lot of strength to not abuse that and disrespect you and then even use you. And that is why it is very important that as a king, you regulate how you say yes to what your woman wants. In fact, this is something you should have in your dealings with humans in general. But since we are talking about relationships here, it is something you should definitely have. It's not even good and healthy for the person you're always saying yes to. If you're always saying yes to everything your woman says, even things that you know, let's say for example, she's requesting for something that you know would affect your finances, or let's say you are already married to her, so it will affect the family's finances. But because you want to please your woman, you still agree to it, and you let her make dumb financial decisions that would affect everybody at the end of the day. It is not even okay for that woman because it is also going to affect her on the long run. It's just like giving a kid anything the kid wants whenever, as human beings, our desires are never going to end. We are always going to want more. So if you're going to be saying yes and yes and yes to everything your woman wants, that means it's never going to end. The demands are always going to keep coming and you're always going to keep saying yes. And at the end of the day, you're always going to feel bad because you're going to make some decisions that you in your right senses or you not trying to impress your woman would have come clean and say no to. So my kids, there's something you should have. Learn to say no. Just like you don't hand a kid everything the kid requests, that is the same way you shouldn't say yes to everything your woman says, especially if you know it's going to be detrimental to you or your woman or that relationship on the long run. You are the leader here. This doesn't mean that you're throwing your power around. This is just you standing firm and making decisions that will be good for both you, that woman, and even the relationship. If you don't want to lose respect to your woman, and if you don't want manipulative women to keep taking advantage of you and using you, please do not be a yes man. And I know as kings, when you get with a woman you love, you sincerely just want to make sure she's happy. You sincerely just want to make sure she's comfortable. And that desire to make sure she's comfortable and happy can lead you to be a yes man. That is why you have to keep it in check and make sure you don't fall into that, because that is definitely going to make you lose respect. Another thing that makes you lose respect with women is not setting boundaries. Now, my kings, from the onset, set boundaries. Let a woman know what crossing the line is for you from the beginning. Because here is some mistakes some kings make. They will not talk about these boundaries at the early stages because they are still trying to get this woman. And then maybe on the long run or midway in that relationship, they start introducing these boundaries. And now this woman cannot take these boundaries because they are new to her. They are foreign to her. She's looking at them like, what is this? Because this is not how we started. And then you get some woman complaining, you've changed. This is not how you used to be. And then you, on the other hand, thinking, I'm just letting you know things that means crossing the lines for me. You will start thinking your woman is nagging or complaining too much. And then that relationship just becomes a mess. That is why from the onset, you should let a woman know what is crossing the lines for you. Set healthy boundaries. This doesn't mean again that you should throw your weight around or try to control your woman. This just means you being the leader that you should be. And then again, leadership by example is the easiest way to lead and the easiest way to make you make sense to the person you're leading. So when you set these healthy boundaries, make sure that you are abiding by those boundaries. So that it is easier for this woman to understand that, okay, this thing is more rocket science. It can actually be done and achieved. He can do it, so I can just follow his lead and do it as well. So please, my kings, don't go into relationships without certain boundaries and then later want to introduce those boundaries. Most times that's not going to work. The woman is not even going to be okay with it. So from the outset, let a woman know what means crossing the lines for you so that you don't lose respect. This woman will know that there are some things that she doesn't do around you. And if that relationship and you are important to her, she'll definitely do her best to adjust to them. So it is very important as a king that you set all the boundaries. If you're a king who find yourself here where you find it difficult to set boundaries, please work on that and change it, especially if you know you don't want to lose respect with women. Now, the last thing that makes you lose respect with women on my list today is a controlling behavior. Now, my kings, this one might hurt some kings' ego, but if you would please listen to me, do not try to control your woman. Do not try to command or demand or force respect from your woman. That is never going to end well. You don't force respect, you don't demand it, you don't control it, you earn it. And this is you just being someone who has self-respect, knows what you're about, carry yourself how you should carry yourself. As a king, the respect will naturally follow. Believe me, if you lead a good woman well, she is going to follow well. Submission will not be a problem. So if you are a king who wants to control your woman, you feel like you need to shout to make a point, you feel like you need to pull your weight, you feel like you need to show her that you're the man, for you to be respected, believe me, you're going about it the wrong way and you're not going to get that respect on the long run. Even for a good woman, if she wants her sanity, she's just simply going to walk away from that situation. And for a woman who knows how to disrespect, she would give you exactly what you want. And believe me, it is not going to be good because women are natural multipliers. So if you're disrespecting her, calling her names, trying to control her, trying to command respect, she is going to give you double of that. She's going to give you a double fault for what you gave her. And because you don't want that for yourself as a king, you should make sure you don't have controlling behavior. Have self-respect, have integrity, carry yourself with respect, respect your woman. You are going to get the same in return. And if you are not getting it, simply walk away because demanding it, forcing it, or even begging for it is not going to get you the respect you deserve. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 things that makes you lose respect with women. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Go out to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell. Like this video. Drop a comment down below. Share this video with your family and friends and see you in the next one.